State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Penn State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make it.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
To the air, it's Malls. Using the quick game. Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in is this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hold and fire complete. At the 45 on its way. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. And they will score! Touchdown, Terrapins! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse. Breaks into the open. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he left that one short, tried to... Get in there, he's got to turn it loose. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Quickly complete. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence of this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Dropping back, it's Smalls. With the catch, it's McFadden. Past the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There he's striking distance at the 37.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
Run to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Scott. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to fire on second down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they get a sack there from the linebacker position. There you have it, linebacker U. This is Penn State defense as we know it. LeVar Arrington, Micah Parsons, Navarro Bowman, Sean Lee. Every year it seems like they're pumping another dude into the NFL, and this guy has a chance to...
He's got it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They go to the ground. Got room to work. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Maryland! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability...
Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Washington. Snags it over the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Rides to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. On the run, fires downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Motion from the back. Looking to throw at Smalls. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Try to add another to their lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The short hands. It's Williams. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there, and it was just about a return for a touchdown. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's out to 22.
And really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up with the run on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Eastern Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it along the sideline.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And that 2nd sack of the day really epitomizes what Penn State linebackers are known for. Quick twitch playmakers.
Quick and fast. That's what they always are at Penn State. They find those guys that are athletes that make plays all over the field. And right here, he's got a 2nd sack on the day.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Scott. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's blocked. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on? One.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Terrapins are in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Washington. Shoots it to the left. Caught near the sideline, it's locked. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man, it's locked. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the 1st half for you, and at this...
Oh, he's got some space. Ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Got room at the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Terrapins with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Somehow fits it into that traffic. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's blocked. Stumbled to the ground.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Terrapins line up to punt it away.
Exciting new freshman to look at and talk about and pump up, and this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Terrapin offense ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They're dealing with a second and long. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking to pass. It's Washington. That's caught. It's blocked. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly complete. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. Fights off a defender. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Gain of first. Offense facing 4th down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And as we get ready to start the 4th quarter, they'll open with a field goal attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, This offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
And his first pass is incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Barmore. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. Quick step and go. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He'll take a shot. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll send out the kicker here. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Absolutely center cut. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get 1st downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Barmore. Under fire. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick. Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, we could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Going to swing it on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of